Tape 4B, Lesson 4, Picture Exercises. Exercise 1. What's Betty doing? Repeat, please.
1. She's just waking up now. 2. She's getting dressed. 3. She's combing her hair now. 4. She's fixing breakfast. 5. She's fixing bacon and eggs. 6. She's eating breakfast now. 7. She's brushing her teeth now. 8. She's saying goodbye to her mother. 9. She's going to school now.
Exercise 2. Is Betty waking up now? Example. Is Betty waking up now?
Yes, she is.
1. Is Betty waking up now? 4. Is she fixing breakfast? 7. Is she brushing her teeth now? 9. Is she going to school now?
Exercise 3. Is Betty going to sleep now? Example. Is Betty going to sleep now?
No, she isn't. She's just waking up now.
1. Is Betty going to sleep now? 2. Is she combing her hair now? 4. Is she brushing her teeth now? 7. Is she eating breakfast now? 9. Is she waking up now?
Exercise 4. Is Betty going to sleep or waking up? Example. Is Betty just going to sleep or just waking up?
She's just waking up now.
1. Is Betty just going to sleep or just waking up? 2. Is she getting dressed or fixing breakfast? 3. Is she fixing bacon and eggs or combing her hair? 4. Is she fixing breakfast or brushing her teeth? 5. Is she saying goodbye to her mother or fixing bacon and eggs? 6. Is she eating breakfast or combing her hair? 7. Is she fixing bacon and eggs or brushing her teeth? 8. Is she saying goodbye to her mother or getting dressed? 9. Is she just waking up or going to school?
End of Lesson 4.
Lesson 5. Jack Evans gets out of school at 3 o'clock. Sentences. Chart 5.
1. Jack gets out of school at 3 o'clock. 2. He goes straight home. 3. He gets home at about 3:30. 4. He changes his clothes. 5. He goes out to play. 6. He plays with his friends all afternoon. 7. He comes home at 6 o'clock. 8. He gets washed up for dinner. 9. He has dinner at 6:30.
Reading. Jack gets out of school at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. After school, he goes straight home. He gets home at about 3:30. As soon as he gets home, he changes his clothes. Then he goes out to play. He plays with his friends all afternoon. He comes home at 6 o'clock. He gets washed up for dinner. He has dinner at about 6:30 every evening.
Questions and answers. Group 1. What time does Jack...
He...
Example. What time does Jack get out of school?
He gets out of school at 3 o'clock.
What time does Jack get out of school? What does he do after he gets out of school? What time does he get home? What does he do then? What does he do after he changes his clothes? Who does he play with? What time does he come home? Then what does he do? What time does he have dinner?
Group 2. Does Jack...
Yes, he does.
Example. Does Jack get out of school at 3 o'clock?
Yes, he does.
Does Jack get out of school at 3 o'clock? Does he go straight home after school? Does he get home at 3:30? Does he change his clothes as soon as he gets home? Does he go out to play after he changes his clothes? Does he play with his friends all afternoon? Does he come home at 6 o'clock? Does he get washed up for dinner? Does he have dinner at about 6:30?
Group 3. Doesn't Jack...
No, he doesn't. He...
Example. Doesn't Jack get out of school at 2:30?
No, he doesn't. He gets out of school at 3.
Doesn't Jack get out of school at 2:30? Doesn't he go to a movie after school? Doesn't he get home at about 4:30? Doesn't he go out to play as soon as he gets home? Doesn't he do his homework after he changes his clothes? Doesn't he stay home all afternoon? Doesn't he come home at 7 o'clock? Doesn't he have dinner as soon as he comes home? Doesn't he have dinner at 7:30 every evening?
Expansion drills. 1. Never. Doesn't ever.
1. Never. 2. Doesn't ever.
Example. Jack doesn't get out of school at 2:30.
1. Jack never gets out of school at 2:30. 2. Jack doesn't ever get out of school at 2:30.
A. Jack doesn't get out of school at 2:30.
1. Jack never gets out of school at 2:30. 2. Jack doesn't ever get out of school at 2:30.
B. He doesn't go to a friend's house after school.
1. He never goes to a friend's house after school. 2. He doesn't ever go to a friend's house after school.
C. He doesn't get home at 3 o'clock.
1. He never gets home at 3 o'clock. 2. He doesn't ever get home at 3 o'clock. 2. 2. Either.
1. And his brother does too. 2. And his brother doesn't either.
Example. Jack gets out of school at 3 o'clock. 2:30.
1. Jack gets out of school at 3 o'clock, and his brother does too. 2. Jack doesn't get out of school at 2:30, and his brother doesn't either.
A. He gets out of school at 3 o'clock. 2:30.
1. He gets out of school at 3 o'clock, and his brother does too. 2. He doesn't get out of school at 2:30, and his brother doesn't either.
B. He gets home at 3:30. 4 o'clock.
1. He gets home at 3:30, and his brother does too. 2. He doesn't get home at 4 o'clock, and his brother doesn't either.
C. He goes to bed at 10 o'clock, 11:30.
1. He goes to bed at 10 o'clock, and his brother does too. 2. He doesn't go to bed at 11:30, and his brother doesn't either.
Conversation. Listen.
Hello, Mrs. Smith. Isn't Albert home from school yet?
Yes, he's home. He's in his room. He's changing his clothes.
Is Tom here too?
Yes. Albert gets home at about 3:30, and Tom does too.
Albert and I have a baseball game at 4. It's time to go now.
Yes, I know. Oh, here he is now.
Hi, Henry. Are you ready to go? Let's go. Goodbye, Mrs. Smith. We're going now. Goodbye, Mom. See you later.
Goodbye, boys. Dinner's at 6:30, Albert. Don't be late.
End of Lesson 5.
Lesson 6. Picture exercises. Exercise 1. What's Jack doing now?
Repeat, please. 1. He's getting out of school. 2. He's going home now. 3. He's just getting home now. 4. He's changing his clothes now. 5. He's going out to play now. 6. He's playing with his friends now. 7. He's coming home for dinner now. 8. He's getting washed up for dinner. 9. He's having dinner now. Exercise 2. Is Jack now?
Yes, he is.
Example. Is Jack getting out of school now?
Yes, he is.
1. Is Jack getting out of school now? 2. Is he going home now? 6. Is he playing with his friends now? 9. Is he having dinner now?
Exercise 3. Is Jack now?
No, he isn't.
Example. Is Jack going to school now?
No, he isn't. He's getting out of school now.
1. Is Jack going to school now? 2. Is he changing his clothes now? 3. Is he going out to play now? 4. Is he playing with his friends now? 5. Is he getting washed up for dinner now? 6. Is he having dinner now? 7. Is he getting out of school now? 8. Is he going home now? 9. Is he just getting home now?
4. Is Jack or
He's
example? Is Jack going to school or getting out of school?
He's getting out of school now.
1. Is Jack going to school or getting out of school? 2. Is he going home or playing with his friends? 3. Is he just getting home or having dinner? 4. Is he going out to play or changing his clothes? 5. Is he going out to play or getting washed up for dinner? 6. Is he just getting home or playing with his friends? 7. Is he changing his clothes or coming home for dinner? 8. Is he getting washed up for dinner or going home? 9. Is he having dinner or getting out of school?
End of Lesson 6.
Lesson 7. Unit Review. Mini dialogues.
When do you do your homework? When do you watch TV?
Repeat, please.
When do you do your homework?
After dinner. After dinner.
When do you watch TV?
After I do my homework. After I do my homework.
When do you do your homework? When do you watch TV?
Listen.
When do you do your homework?
After dinner.
When do you watch TV?
After I do my homework. Where's Joe? What's Betty doing right now? Repeat, please. Where's Joe?
He's having breakfast. He's having breakfast.
What's Betty doing right now?
She's brushing her teeth. She's brushing her teeth.
Where's Joe? What's Betty doing right now? Listen. Where's Joe?
He's having breakfast.
What's Betty doing right now?
She's brushing her teeth. Jack! Jack! Where are you? What are you doing? Repeat, please. Jack! Jack! Where are you?
Here I am. Here I am.
What are you doing?
I'm getting washed up for dinner. I'm getting washed up for dinner.
Jack! Jack! Where are you? What are you doing? Listen. Jack! Jack! Where are you?
Here I am.
What are you doing?
I'm getting washed up for dinner.
Expansion drills. 1. Usually, always, never.
A. He gets up at 7 o'clock. Usually.
He usually gets up at 7 o'clock.
B. He gets out of school at 3:30. Always.
He always gets out of school at 3:30.
C. He goes to bed at 11:30. Never.
He never goes to bed at 11:30.
D. She brushes her teeth after breakfast. Always.
She always brushes her teeth after breakfast.
E. She says goodbye to her mother. Usually.
She usually says goodbye to her mother.
F. He has dinner at 8 o'clock. Never.
He never has dinner at 8 o'clock. 2. He's now. She's now.
A. He gets up.
He's getting up now.
B. He has dinner.
He's having dinner now.
C. He watches TV.
He's watching TV now.
D. She combs her hair.
She's combing her hair now.
E. She brushes her teeth.
She's brushing her teeth now.
F. She fixes breakfast.
She's fixing breakfast now.
G. He changes his clothes.
He's changing his clothes now.
Picture exercise. 1. Is John getting up or going to bed?
He's getting up.
2. Is John having breakfast or brushing his teeth right now?
He's having breakfast right now.
3. Is John getting out of school or just going to bed now?
He's getting out of school now.
4. Is John doing his homework or having dinner right now?
He's doing his homework right now.
5. Is John listening to the radio or watching TV?
He's watching TV.
6. What's John doing now?
He's going to bed now.
7. Is Betty fixing breakfast or just getting up now?
She's just getting up now.
8. What's Betty doing now?
She's combing her hair now.
9. What's Jack doing right now?
He's getting washed up for dinner now. Listening practice.
Do you get up at 7 or 7:30? I usually get up at 7:30. What time do you have breakfast? Sometimes we have breakfast at 8, and sometimes we have breakfast at 8:15. What about Saturdays? What time do you have breakfast on Saturday morning? On Saturday morning, I usually get up at about 8:30 and have breakfast at 9 o'clock. Do you ever watch television before breakfast? Yes, sometimes I watch TV before breakfast on Saturdays and Sundays. Don't you ever sleep late on Saturday or Sunday morning? No, I don't. I always wake up early every morning. Does your brother get up at the same time as you do? Yes, he does. I always get up early, and he does too.
This is the end of Unit 4, New Ways to English.